us, brought us down to another whole week. Amen. And we're back here to honor and praise his name. Today we're on lesson 5. Lesson 5. God warns Pharaoh through dreams. We're in Genesis, the 41st. But before we get into our lesson proper, we need to give you a nutshell about Joseph. Joseph was Jacob's son. Jacob had 12 sons and 1 daughter. And he had all of these children by 4 women. Lord have mercy. Leah was his first wife, which he had to obtain by trickery. And she had 6 of his sons. And Bilhah and Zephyr were handmaidens. And he had 2 children by each of them. And then he finally got to the love of his life, Rachel. And she had 2 children for him. And Joseph was Jacob's 11th son. And this lesson here emphasizes the fact that we as parents should never be having favorite children. This always ends up badly when we pick one of our children that we favor more than, yes? I said he had 12 sons and 1 daughter. Just 1 daughter. It didn't give me who was the daughter's mother. It didn't give it to me. You know I'm going to get you. There are multiple things that I'm going to get you about today, but that's not one of them. Okay? That's not one of them. So, shall I continue on? Do I have your permission? Like I said, this lesson warns us about having favorite children because you always have other children that are watching you favor this one child. So it emphasizes the danger of that. He was his favorite, and he created jealousy and bad feelings among his brothers. And Jacob even gave Joseph a coat of many colors. None of the other brothers got this. Coat of many colors. Okay. And Joseph was a youthful dreamer. He dreamed things, and he made the mistake of telling his dreams to his brothers and his father. And none of them believed him. None of them believed him. And they began to murmur and talk about, you mean to tell me we don't have to bow to him and yada, yada, yada. So they went on with that. And so the brothers just did not like him at all. They were angry. And instead of killing him, some of them really wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill their own blood brother. They wanted to kill him, but instead of killing them, they put him in a pit and then sold him into slavery. And that's how he got down in Egypt, sold into slavery. And he was placed in Potiphar's house to take care of his house. And so while he was in Potiphar's house, Sister Potiphar decided that she wanted him. And so when Joseph wouldn't go along with her program, she falsely accused him of doing what he did not do. And Potiphar believed her, and Joseph was thrown in prison. Now, I need you to catch a phrase that you're going to find throughout that scenario, is that God was with Joseph. Every step he took, God was with Joseph. Whether it was good or not good for him, God was with Joseph. And we need to adopt that in our lives today. Because when stuff start going wrong, we need to remember that God is with us. Oh, glory. I don't want to get carried away here. And so even while he was in prison, he had favor because of... Thank you. Y'all missed it that quick, huh? He had favor in prison because God was with Joseph. They even made him over all the prisoners. Now, a prisoner over the prisoners. Lord have mercy. And so while he was in prison, he ran into a baker and a cupbearer, which is the butler. he ran into them, and they had dreams. And so he began to interpret their dreams. And one of them was going to just be hung. And the other one was going to be restored back into the palace. And so he interpreted those dreams. And he told this cupbearer, when you get back in the palace, remember me. Well, he got back in there, and he didn't remember. It was 2 years before he remembered. And it was only because Pharaoh began to have these dreams that disturbed him greatly, caused him great distress. None of his wise men could figure out what the dream really meant. He called everybody he could, and they couldn't remember, couldn't figure out what the dream was all about. And so the cupbearer finally remembered that he had interpreted a dream for him. So he told Pharaoh, there is a young man down in prison. His name is Joseph. And he gave an interpretation of a dream I had. So, you know, Pharaoh was going to immediately call him, because he didn't have no help in the kingdom, because God wasn't with them, but God was with Joseph. Amen. Oh, man, you're coming on a little better now. You're coming on a little better. Amen. So Pharaoh called for Joseph to come. And Joseph went in there, and he began to tell him about these dreams. It was 2 dreams he had, and he kept having them over and over. And it disturbed him, and he didn't know what it meant. So Joseph came in to begin to tell him, your dreams are one. God is showing you what he is about to do. My. The 7 good kind, or cows or cattle, are 7 years of good ears, and the 7 years of good ears are 7 years. The 7 thin and ill kind are 7 years. And the ears that have been blasted by the east wind, that's 7 years. And what it means is there will be 7 years of famine and 7 years of plenty. These are what your dreams mean. He said, God has spoken this to Pharaoh. He's telling him what he's about to do. He's showing him the good years of Egypt, and then the famine of Egypt. After all of this good, there's going to come a famine that is going to wipe out almost everything. And so, it will be a land forgotten and done away with, but God is warning you. So you have the opportunity to do something about it. Now, we got a warning this morning from our pastor. And guess what? We have an opportunity to do something about it. We can, Pharaoh had a choice. You can not do anything and just let it happen, or you can make preparation and it will be well with you and you will not be destroyed. The same thing is with us. The famine will consume the land. This is Joseph talking to him. Since they were double and it was sent to you twice, it means it has been established by God. In other words, there's no way out of it. It's going to happen. Ooh, Jesus. And guess what? Some things are going to happen whether we prepare for them or not. Ooh, Lord, help us, help us, help us, help us. So, God will soon bring this to pass. It's not going to be long. And this, what I am telling you, is going to happen. So, what you should do, now you should look out for a man, discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. He was setting the plan up for him. And all he had to do was follow it. Guess what? God has set up a plan for us. And all we have to do is follow it. Oh, have mercy. So what God is effectively doing to all of his saints is putting it right back in your ballpark. You have the opportunity to make it right or make it wrong. You can follow instructions or not. You can obey or not. He laid it right flat in Pharaoh's lap. This is gonna come. It's gonna happen, but there is a way out. And all you have to do, follow instruction. Oh, Lord have mercy. And so, and appoint officers over the land who will take 1/5 of everything that's grown during the good years. Take 1/5 of it. Put it away. Store it up. Because there's going to come a time that you won't be growing anything. All the food of the good years, lay up the corn, and under the hand of Pharaoh, let them keep the food in the cities, and the food will be for store of the land against the 7 famine years. You know what's saying? We don't like it, but God's plan is always the best plan. And we're always trying to manipulate his plan. Why? Wait a minute. Why are we trying to rearrange God's plan? Y'all talk to me right there. Why do we continue to try to rearrange his plan? Well, that was back then. He didn't mean it. What he said, he meant. He said, I'm the same when? Yesterday, today, and guess what? Forever. I change not. So the question comes to us now, who changed? Who changed? Since he already made the statement and he said, am I a man that I should lie? No, I'm not. I don't lie. If I said it, I meant it. And what you need to do is follow the plan. The plan of salvation is not difficult. It all depends on you and whether you accept it or not. Now, a lot of us say we accept the plan of salvation, but we want to keep doing what we was doing before salvation came. That's not going to work for you. Can I just tell y'all that's not going to work? That ain't going to work for you. No, never, not ever, ever. It's not going to work. We need to follow the plan. So Pharaoh was being very disturbed about this dream. He didn't know what to do, but it was bothering his spirit. Joseph came on the scene. See, God has a purpose for everything. Even when they threw him in the pit, God had a purpose. Oh, glory to God. When some of the stuff happened to us that happened to us, God has a purpose. Because he want to show his mighty hand about what he can do. And it wasn't for Egypt that he did it. Did you all know that? It was for his own people that he did it. Go ahead, sell him into slavery. You just followed my plan. Because I got to get him down there to get you set up for when the famine comes. Ooh, Jesus. So a lot of time we claim the devil is doing so much. It may be God working his plan for your life. A lot of us don't even know what the plan is. We don't even know what the plan is because we don't stay in his face enough for him to tell him what the plan is. We so busy, I don't know why I got to go through this. Why me? I told Bishop that one time and he said, why not? And I wanted to hit him with the frying pan. Why not you? Lord have mercy, because I'm me. That's why not me. A lot of times we want to blame a lot of other things for what's happening to us, and God is setting us up not only to bless us, but to be a blessing. Ooh, Jesus, to somebody else. He said, he told Abraham, I'm going to bless you so you will be a blessing. So a lot of times we get things that we don't want to share with anybody. No, I'm keeping this for a rainy day. It's already a rainy day for these other people. It's already a rainy day. You could help. We didn't tell you to give them everything. We told you to help. We don't want any help given out unless it's given to us. Why is that? Y'all gonna help us. Y'all gonna help me. Help me here today, right now. Is the time for you to help me. Right here and right now. Lord have mercy. We don't want to have mercy on anybody, but we want all the mercy for us. We don't want God to have grace on nobody, which is his favor, but as long as it's on us, it's all right. So what is that? Selfish? Is that called selfishness? So Pharaoh was very disturbed, but God had Joseph in place to be a blessing for his people. Not only was Egypt going to be blessed, people were coming from other parts of the world over there because they had followed the plan that God had set up and sent Joseph to tell Pharaoh what to do. But that's another thing about us. We don't want nobody telling us what to do. Don't be trying to tell me what to do. I'm Pharaoh. I'm in charge here. What is that? I'm Charles in charge. I'm in charge here. You can't be there. There are people you have worked with on your jobs that were just like that. They don't want you to tell them anything, even if you're right. But Pharaoh listened to what God had to say through Joseph. Don't you know that we are supposed to be a mouthpiece for God? We're supposed to give people instructions so that they can get it right. And it'll not only bless the one you're telling it to, it'll bless God's people because the plan came from God. Oh, Jesus. So while they thought they was doing something great, let's get rid of this old dreamer. He think we going to bow to him. Going to dream all these dreams where we bowing to him. And he even got mom and daddy bowing to him. We hate him. Let's get a plan to get rid of him. We don't have, and you know what? They did the most devious thing. They killed the animal. Took Joseph's coat of many colors. He was the only one that had one. Dipped it in the blood. And went back and lied to their daddy. He's dead. The animal got him. Ate him up. Didn't leave nothing but this bloody coat. And Jacob grieved from that moment on until he actually found out Joseph was alive. He grieved over him something fierce. And in the meantime, the brothers took him. Somebody wanted to kill him. I think Reuben stepped up and said, let's not kill him. Let's sell him. Here come some people. Let's sell him. Sold the boy into slavery because he had a dream. And this is another lesson for us. You be careful who you tell your dreams and visions to. Because everybody is not for you. You need to understand that up front. Everybody is not for you. And don't be mishandling the people that are for you. Don't act like they don't exist. Because they are for you. Don't go off and talk about them and they ain't nothing and they low rent. Yes, it's a plan that God has for them and for you. So they sold him. But the Bible kept saying in Genesis, but the Lord was with Joseph. You know why they couldn't kill him? Because the Lord was with Joseph. You know how Joseph ran out of that house? Because the Lord was with Joseph. Do you know why he excelled in prison? Because the Lord was with Joseph. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now you ought to take that and run with it. Stuff could go on, but the Lord, oh God, I thank you right there. I thank you. I've been in the courtroom, but the Lord was with me. I've been in the hospital, but the Lord was with me. That's why I'm able to stand here today, because the Lord. Yes, sir. We need to make sure that we're doing what Bishop said this morning, putting flesh out the way and letting the Lord be with us. He never lost a battle. Never will lose a battle. I was listening to the news while we was trying to eat a little breakfast. We listened to the news, and they talking about Israel, and they trying to come to some kind of agreement. I told Bishop, they ain't going to never have no agreement without the Prince of Peace. Just recognize who he is. Recognize who he is, and you might can get some peace. But without the Prince of Peace, you ain't going to have no peace. You can just forget that. You ain't going to have no peace. So he went in there, an innocent person, but placed there for the good of not only Egypt, but the main good was for his people. Because they didn't go into it in this lesson, but later on we find out that they had to come there for supplies. And can you imagine them brothers when they actually realized, oh my God, oops, what have we done? And the dream, let's talk about the dream. And the dream that he dreamed came to pass. They had to bow because of his position. And it didn't tell, our lesson didn't go into it, but Joseph was the one that was put in charge of setting up everything for the good years so that there would be something for the famine years. And they had no idea, and he had a high position next to Pharaoh. And they had no idea that they were going to have to bow to Joseph, the brother that I threw in the pit, the brother that we sold into slavery and lied to our daddy and told him he was dead. Had no idea. And you know what? The dream said the sheaves was bowing. And guess who had to bow when they came to Egypt in order to get grain? They had to bow to guess who? Joseph. Be careful, saints. Be careful what you say. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful what you're doing. Because that stuff will come back to get you. Because if God said it and God ordained it, it's no way you can get around it. God warns Pharaoh through dreams. He warned him of the disaster coming. And he allowed Joseph to be in place not only to preserve Egypt, but to preserve others also, mainly his people. So why are we running around being devious, trying to hurt folk? You know we go out sometimes just especially trying to hurt folk. What is it called? Bishop called it to get back. But Jesus said, vengeance is mine. All mine. I get to do it. You don't get to do it. Because if you get to messing in this, I'm going to have to get you. And don't you know he can get you better than anybody else can? Oh, yeah, he can get you. To bring you down, all the way down. To Joseph, even though he was submitted to a lot of negativity, pit, slavery, prison. But I like to say he went from the pit to the palace. Glory. You know, we got to look at the end. Don't look at what you're going through right now. Look at the end because you know God going to come through. He said, I will never leave you. Oh, he said that. I will never forsake you. With me, I will always be there for you. Oh, Jesus. On your worst day, he's still good. On your worst day, he still does not lie. On your worst day, you can always depend on him. And don't you know that today he's still speaking in dreams and visions? All you have to do is follow instructions. And we hate it worse than God hates sin. We hate instructions. I told y'all about the instructions. You read the instructions, you don't know what to do, so you go off on your own. And so the brothers decided, we hate him. Let's get rid of him. Look at, here he come now with the coat of many colors. I can just see him in my vision, in my mind's eye. I can just see him. Here he come. What he gonna say this time? And he told them that dream, and they were so angry and so upset and so bent out of shape. They said, we don't get rid of him. Don't you know the devil had tried many times to get rid of y'all? Did y'all understand he tried to get rid of you? But he couldn't. They thought they were getting rid of him forever. But turned around, they had to bow because of the position God put him in to save many. He put him in. Now, who knows if you're not in position? Uh-oh. You just a fussing and a kicking and a scratching and a hollering and carrying on, and you don't want to do this, and I don't like nobody. They all get on my nerves. I don't like nobody. I wish they'd just leave me alone. How do you know you're not in position to help somebody else through their famine? And famine, you know what? You can have a famine of more than just food. You know that. Yeah, you can have a famine in your life. Your emotional structure can be broken down. Yeah. And so far, you can go so far that your psychological problems begin to overtake you. And who wins? You certainly don't. But you have to remember where your strength comes from. You're not out here on your own. You're out here with the backup of heaven. Oh, y'all forgot that, didn't you? Oh, yeah, you out here with the backup of it. All he said is, if you love me, you will do what? Keep my commandments. And he said they're not grievous either. You know, God gave us some lightweight commandments. We can do them if we want to. But this bishop said our flesh don't want to. It's Sunday school time. Well, I don't know. My toenails is hurting. I don't know. Maybe I better not go today. Someone wake up. Well, I don't feel like talking to nobody today, so I'm not going to church. Because I know they're going to be wanting to talk to me. I don't know. I don't want that. If you love me, you will keep my command. And what did he say? Fail not to assemble. So why is you staying home from church? Because your toenails is hurting. Clip them and they will no longer hurt. Put on your clothes and come to the house of the Lord and worship and praise him. See, we have made the mistake of slipping God out of his primary place in our life and putting something else there. You will never succeed like that. I just need to tell you that this morning. He's going to be one or none. Oh, dear. Slap her, make her sit down. Make her be quiet. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, it's going to happen. They're going to come. That's the only way. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. You got to handle whatever it is with the help of God. See, our problem is, even the church have gotten to the place, they trying to leave God out of their daily activities. You can't leave him out of your daily activities. You need him. You need him every day, every hour, every second, every minute. You need him. A lot of things would have happened to us that are worse than did happen. It would have been worse without God. Much worse. So what are we talking about? I don't know if I can make it. See, that's the enemy. He wants you to think that. He wants you to die. He wants you to dislike people even in your own house. He wants you to dislike them. Do something uproar all the time. But if we follow the guidelines that Christ has set down, we can still make it. We can still make it. But we don't want to follow what Christ has said because we want to do our own thing. It's your thing. No, it ain't. You do what God said do. You follow his plan. And just like Joseph followed the plan was set up to save many lives. Because the famine was coming in to destroy everything it could. But God sent Pharaoh a dream. And Joseph was the only one that could fathom it out and tell him exactly what to do. He told him step by step what to do. Get you somebody that's discreet and wise. You don't need no idiot in this job. No, you don't need nobody dull of understanding in this job. Because this job is going to require somebody with wisdom. When he give you an assignment, he's saying, I trust you to get this done. And I will be here to help you get it done. But us, no. It always got to have a way out. Always. You know, whenever somebody presents something to you, I had a nephew like this. Whenever somebody presented something to him, he always was trying to think of another way to do it that wasn't the way that the blueprint said do it. He was working with my brother on the job. My brother's a mason. He was working with my brother on the job, and the blueprint said, but Vincent wanted to go in and rearrange the blueprint so he could do it the way he wanted it done. Well, he didn't last long in that. Can I just tell you, he didn't last long in that? Guess what? You're not going to last long trying to restructure God's plan. You ain't going to last long. You just might as well learn how to get it and do it just like he said. Y'all know about all them cakes I put down the garbage disposal because I couldn't follow direction. I was taking a shortcut. I want a shortcut. This is too long. I need a shortcut. This is too long. Yeah, this procedure is too long. And that's what we think. This is too long. I need to do something. And when you do something, you step right out of the will of God. You step right out of God's plan. And guess whose hand you fall right into? Oops. There he is. Ready to take you all the way down unless you come to your senses. God's plan is always the best plan. It may not look like it's best to us, but it's best. Do y'all remember sometimes over here and sometimes over on Wadley, Bishop said, go touch the door and come back here. It sounds simple. Why in the world is he sending me over here to touch a door? That's what God gave him to tell you. And everybody that did it got blessed. Everybody that did it got blessed. I remember he called Sister Bird up one time and said, you need a car, right? Do you want a used car or a new car? She said a new car. When we knew anything, she was driving up to church in a new car. Some of y'all remember that was over there on the hill. Drove right up there with the new car. Because guess what God told him to tell her? And he was a mouthpiece for God. Joseph, in this lesson, was a mouthpiece for God to get the plan set up to let them survive the famine. It didn't stop the famine from coming, but it made preparation for them to survive through the famine. Do you get that picture? Y'all ain't got no question. Y'all ain't said nothing today, have you? Oh, except Brother Art wanted to do something about the little girl. Yeah, Dinah. Her name was Dinah. I'll have to look that up for you, okay? Yeah. Y'all been kind of quiet today. been kind of quiet. But you have to understand that when God sends you a message, follow it. It doesn't matter what other people are doing around you. It doesn't matter how people have misused you, threw you in the pit, sold you. It doesn't matter what they do. What matters is what you do and whether you follow the instructions that God has given you. Follow the plan. Don't try to deviate from the plan. I deviated from the plan, and the garbage disposal was just so happy. He ate up 3 cakes. Yeah. Because I deviated from the plan. I didn't do exactly what they said. I took a shortcut. I remember one time we went to Adrian, and Damon wanted to drive us back or something. He didn't go the highway like we supposed to go, 94. Big old 94 was sitting there. No, I'm going to take a shortcut. We went through cow patches, 2-lane highways, animals grazing in the fields and stuff. And no, it did not save any time. Can I just tell you, it didn't save any time? See, this is when you deviate from the plan. Yes, you can't deviate from the plan, God, because he knows better than you. I always say, you can see to the corner, but he see around the corner. And he know everything. And that's why I tell you, keep your thoughts clean, because he know them too. And he knew you was going to think it before you thought it. Oh, Jesus. Have mercy. Not only we have to watch our mouth, we have to watch our thoughts. We can't keep them from coming. Bishop used to tell us all the time, you can't keep a bird from flying over your head, but you sure can keep him from building a nest in your hair. Yeah. Now, when the thought comes and you know it's not of God, you need to get rid of it right away. Don't keep dwelling on it. Because you keep thinking on it, you might just go ahead and do it. You make the devil so happy. Just ecstatic. God warns Pharaoh, and he warns us too. Don't you know he will warn you not to do something, not to say something? And don't try to override him when he warns you. Because this overriding stuff will get you in deep, deep, deep trouble. If he says shut up, just step up. Don't let nothing come out your mouth if he says shut up. Because what is it going to follow that? If you follow that through and do it anyway, you're going to live to be sorry that you did it. Questions. You got 2 minutes. Comments. Pearls of wisdom. God warns Pharaoh, and he's warning us day by day that I'm coming soon. He's warning us every day. I am on my way back. And what you need to do is get yourself back in position. Bishop like to watch the football. I be trying to figure out what they're doing, really. I really don't know what they're doing yet. I said, what is the first down? What does that mean? What? I mean, is there a second, third, and fourth, and fifth, and sixth down? What is the down? And they got quarterbacks in several different positions. I said, what is these people doing? And I don't know, so I leave and go and watch Andy Griffin. Knowledge is power.